Hello. I hope everybody's doing okay today. So before I get started today, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a kind of quick synopsis of what this is going to be about. So the first one is going to be a dream I had regarding something not really bad. The second I tell about is going to be this demonic attack I've been dealing with up until last night so far. So I want to start with the quicker stuff first and go into the other one. So about 3 or 4 nights ago, something like that, I had this dream where it was me and my mom. And we were driving, and I don't know why, but we were driving on this road, and I saw these vultures that were flying, and then I also saw a dog. I don't know whether it was my dog or it was just a dog in general. Part of me had a thought that it was my dog, and another part it was just like it was an animal that, I naturally care for animals, so obviously I wanted to check on it. And for some reason, I had the sense that this dog, was in danger. So as me and my mom drove past this dog, there was a side road over here, and it kind of maybe about a quarter mile or so. You could hit this little side road and you could turn around and go back the other way. So I couldn't get this thought out of my head to go check on this dog, because I don't know. I thought I had the thought for some reason that the birds were going to attack it. And I don't know why, because I know vultures don't typically attack things unless they're dead. But this is just my dream that whatever this was they were going to try to attack this dog. So, anyways, we veered over. We come back around, and I get out of the car, and I walk up to check on this dog. I walk down this path, I want to say like a ravine, but it was like kind of like a hill with a dip in it. And I walk down there, and somehow I end up climbing this fence. I don't know where the fence came from. I just end up on the other side of it. So sometime during this dream, I ended up on this other side of this fence. So my mom appeared there too eventually. I don't know how she got there either. I never saw her walk. She just appeared there. So anyways, I climb over. I'm on the other side of this fence somehow. The dog ended up getting away. I checked on it. It got away. I don't know. I don't know what happened to the dog, but it's like the narrative changed on this. Like I saw the dog. The dog was okay. The birds wasn't trying to get it, or maybe I was searching for the dog. I don't know for sure. I got the sense it was okay, but I don't think I ever actually seen the dog. It just changed. So anyways, I'm over this fence, and I see these two mountain lions over, kind of prowling me and my mom. And I'm telling her, because I don't know why, but she had the thought to try to run from it. I was like telling her, no, do not run from it. Just stay still. And as I'm sitting there, out of nowhere, I don't know where it came from, out of nowhere, two turkeys, is like turkeys or vultures, two turkeys appeared on the ground. One by me and one by my mom. And the mountain lion that was targeting me targeted this turkey or whatever and started eating it, and I climbed over the fence. And the same thing did that to my mom. My mom's turkey, the turkey that was over by her, and this mountain lion started attacking this thing, and I was just like, all right, get over it. And she climbed over the fence, and we didn't run, but we slowly made our way back up to the car, and we got away. And I woke up and I started thinking about it, and it wasn't. I'm not saying it was the same thing, but it just made me think of the time when Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac, and he ended up getting the sacrifice that just showed up out of nowhere. It's like maybe I was demonically attacked in my dream, that these demons were going to try to get me eaten or attacked by these mountain lions, but maybe God came to my rescue in my dream and sent these turkeys that became the diversions so we could escape. So there's that dream. And then this other one is a lot worse. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It's a lot worse. So it left me, I've dealt with demonic attacks off and on since 2021 when I woke. Off and on. And there was a few times I've had this demonic entity. I told you guys I'm not going to go through all the instances, but where it like levitated me above my bed. The other day when I told you this entity was like messing with my hair and trying to make me levitate off float off my couch, and then the whole weird dream that happened. Okay, well, after that happened, a few days pass. I'm sensing this presence, and I'm laying in my bed. I'm seeing in the spirit. Watching a vision on my ceiling. I keep seeing this waterfall, and I don't know why. Anyways, as I'm watching this, I see this dark, misty thing above my, just on the right side of my bed. And as I look at it, two red eyes appeared, and like an evil grin. Just for a second, then it disappeared, and it was back to being this black mist. So delusion that they they mess with me. If you guys know what I'm talking about, like, you know how sometimes when you think you see something in the corner of your eyes, like a shadow dart in the corner of your eyes, especially in like the darkness. That's what some of these things do to me. Like, I can see them, but if I'm like focused on something else, like say if I'm watching a vision or something on the wall, I'll see things like trying to take my attention away, like something darting across, like in the corner of my eye, darting across. But I also see these black things right in front of my face, so I know it's reality. It's not. Another thing that they'll try to send to me is like they'll try to distort what I see. Like, I have bad vision at night when I'm laying down. I'm laying down with my eyes closed, with my glasses off, so I see like these little blurry spots. They'll turn these little blurry spots into like little spider looking things, like they're like trying to crawl after me and stuff like that. I've gotten used to this stuff. It doesn't terrify me anymore. But on the left side, I saw this, I don't know how to explain it. It's like this white colored with detailed. I don't know what, details. I don't know what it was. But it's almost like there was a light versus darkness clash for a minute there. Because it was like going forward and then back. I don't know what that was. I thought maybe that would end it, but it didn't. Okay. So I end up falling asleep. And I ended up getting levitated in my dream. I want you guys to understand it. It was in my dream. Getting levitated and kind of grabbed by something. I couldn't tell what it was. I couldn't move. And it was just turning me, like, I was like just moving around in circles in my bed. And I was muted. I couldn't speak for a minute there. Eventually I could. And for some reason, during this instance, the only thing I said is it's like for some reason I wanted to taunt the demon. I don't know why. And so I just said, "Wee!" as I'm going in circles. And before that dream ends, I'm turning, and somehow I come face to face with this demon. I see this demonic entity for a split second. It's like black, red eyes, and it looks really weird. And then it changes, and it turns into like this. Now, I'm not attacking these people. I'll tell you what I think it may have meant in a minute. But it turned into like this Native American, Indian looking guy that I looked at for a split second. And then I woke up during that one. And I was laying in my bed. Like, I woke up, but I don't think it knew I woke up. This is where it gets pretty freaky, okay? So I woke up, but for some reason, I was just laying there pretending I was sleeping with my eyes closed. And I'm literally filling my blanket in real life. This is reality right now. Now, if it wasn't reality, it was like me, like, just waking up being played with. I don't know, but it felt so real. I felt something tugging on my blanket, like just little bits at a time, and then putting it back up, like it's just playing with me, or toying with me, and putting it back up. Eventually, I pulled the blanket down, and I don't know, for some reason I like to swing on him, so I just try to swing on the spirit again, show him I'm not afraid of him. Okay. After that, I laid there for a while. I ended up repenting. I tried to close any doors. At the time, I thought maybe this Indian might have meant I was like under a hex or a generational curse or something like that. So I went through and I was just like trying to break any generational curse that might be on me, or hexes or witchcraft or anything that may be put against me. I was trying to close those doors just in case. Because that's what I thought it might have meant at the time when I saw that Indian. After that, after I did all that, I went to go back to sleep. And I went back to sleep. It happened again. This spirit, demon, whatever, picked me up, grabbed me again, levitated me by my bed, and started putting me in circles again. This time, I broke free from the mute, because at first I couldn't speak. I just couldn't speak. So I brought the energy down, and I broke the mute, and I just rebuked it. I was just like, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I bind you. I don't remember exactly what I bound, but I tried to send it to the abyss. After I did that, the scenery changed, and it ended up being my cousin. Oh, they're sitting on the ground by my bed. And I was like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "You're acting weird, so we came to check on you." And I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Well, can you sleep in this bed and let me know what happened? Because I'm witnessing some weird stuff right now," is what I said to him right before I woke up. Okay. I woke up from that. I didn't get much sleep that night because this spirit, even after I woke up that time, whatever it was at the time, was starting to mess with my hair. Like, I would feel like my hair, like, it feels like it's like getting picked up, but it's like then like touching my head, and then I feel pressures across my face, moving around over to my lips, and then moving out of the way again, and just like pressed up against my face, and I'm just like, what is this? And that night I didn't get much sleep. That was like 2 nights ago. Last night, I fell asleep on the couch. I decided my back was kind of hurting a little bit. My bed's not the best for a bad back, and I wanted to sleep on something a little straighter, so I slept on the couch last night. Once again, my hair starts getting messed with. Now, I didn't get attacked in my dreams this time. This was all, I feel like, reality. because I laid there for the longest time pretending I was asleep. Had my eyes closed. I was trying to blank out my mind, everything. I wasn't trying to speak in my head or anything. I did not want to give it no clue that I was coherent. And after some time, this spirit I don't know whether it said its name or whether the Holy Spirit said its name, but it said something about the spirit of Jezebel. It kept on saying that. And it was trying to cause... I'm not going to go into details because it was really freaking weird, but it was like basically trying to make me have a lustful dream. Okay. Saying all this weird stuff, and it was like trying to do weird thing, okay? And it was over there tapping on my head and pushing on my hair, and it was like I felt it messing with... I could have sworn I felt it felt like it was like fingernails tapping on my pillow and on like the back of my head. And then once again I felt the presence on my face, and then over to my lips, and then back, and like it was just waiting, like it was trying to wait until I hit the dream state. So I'm sitting there listening to this stuff, and I'm just listening to it, just listening to everything it was saying, just trying to learn what it was, what it was trying to do, all this other stuff. And as I'm sitting there, this other spirit comes. I get this sensation or this picture of this horse rearing in my head, to which I'm not saying this is reality, I don't know. I'm just telling you exactly what I experienced. It acted like it was a horseman, and it distinctively asked this spirit, "Why are you messing with this one? He has the seal." And I don't think it responded to that. It doesn't know. I don't think it knows I heard it either. At least probably now it does, but then it didn't. They were like communicating. This horseman or whatever was asking the spirit why it was messing with me, because apparently it wasn't supposed to be. So eventually, whatever that thing was, it was just talking. I didn't sense it disappear. It just stopped talking. I don't know whether it was just telepathic communicating, and just maybe it was never there to begin with. I don't know, but it could have been something that was just trying to cause, just trying to lie. I don't know. So eventually, I ended up falling asleep. It did make me have a stupid dream, because but that's when I woke up for a while again, and I was just listening, and that's when I started hearing that the supposed horseman talking, and this Jezebel spirit, which is what it kept saying in my head when it was talking, because it was like talking like I wasn't there, just talking. And I eventually, I did a small rebuke in my head, and then I just went straight out loud, and I was just like, I binded the spirit of Jezebel, and I cast it to the abyss in Jesus' name. When I did this, I didn't notice much change. I still felt the presence. I still felt this presence here. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. Why not? I repeated the same thing, but I said Yeshua. When I did this, I felt this lift, like this weight be lifted. I don't know whether it's gone. I don't know. But at the time, my head was like tightened up. I felt this pressure. It kind of loosened up a little bit. I was told that sometimes this pressure on my forehead means I'm under a spiritual attack. I don't know whether it's true or not. It does cause me to have headaches sometimes. But the pressure left, my face like lightened up, and I felt free. And I was able to go to sleep for a little while before I got up and went to work. Ended up taking a VTO, left at 10, and now I'm on vacation until next week. So if there's an update on that, I'll let you guys know. Whether I get attacked or not, I don't know. As I'm sitting in the car right now, right before I start doing this video, this weird spirit trying to act like it's an earthbound spirit. I felt this presence coming right up to me again. I feel this heat on my face. And it's like, once again, moving from my face over to my mouth and just kind of around and then back. And it said something about, I have a request for you or something. I don't know. And I just ignored it. I don't know what these are, earthbound spirits. I don't know. But I know, according to the Bible, you know, good spirits don't roam the earth. So, I'm going to end it there, guys. But it's pretty crazy. And I'll let you know if anything else comes of it. Anybody else has any like attacks you want to know of? I mean, I had a friend that just came forward recently. I'm not gonna name him. I'm not gonna name them out. But if they want to come forward about it, they can. That's their decision. But there's plenty of people that I've talked to that is dealing with spiritual warfare. So it has increased, or people are just now starting to come forward about this stuff more. There's multiple people I've talked to dealing with this stuff. So just be on the lookout, guys. If you start getting attacked a lot, people think you're crazy. You start awakening to things you don't understand. I think one of my friends might be starting to open up his spiritual eyes as well. So if this thing start happening to you and you need someone to speak to, I'm always here. Even message me anonymous. I don't care. Make you a whole new profile. Message me anonymous. I don't care. But I want everyone to understand that you're not alone. The hardest part of me going through what I did was isolation. I was feeling crazy. Like nobody was on my side. I had like 2 people that, whether they believed me or not, didn't matter. It's the fact that they were still able to talk to me. Sometimes I was so out of it that I couldn't speak to no one. These demons, whatever it was trying to isolate me, to make me feel alone, and that there's nothing I can do. So that's the most important part, being grounded, you know, having a support system. So if anyone needs it, you don't feel like reaching out to me, reach out to a preacher or a pastor or whatever. Just, if you start dealing with this stuff, find someone who understands. If they think you're crazy, it's not the one for you. Spiritual warfare is a real thing, and any churches that don't agree with it probably aren't Holy Spirit filled. That's being nice about it. Take care, guys.